Yeah, it was great team defense that we saw by Michigan. We got to mention David Ojabo because as much as they had issues with, and Mike Morris had made some good plays in there. I think we caught Taylor Upshaw's name in there too. But after Aidan Hutchinson, it really was the David Ojabo show. And it felt like to me, Jack, a coming out party for this young man who's one of the better athletes on the team, but he's from Scotland. Just started playing football when he got over here, I think as a sophomore, I think, and was a track guy.
Yeah.
At a sub 11 track guy, but been learning football. And boy, it seems like it's starting to click for him here in the Maize and Blue.
You got a sub 11 track guy who can play D line and be that physically imposing. That's good recruiting by the Wolverines.
All right, so we'll go first with this is his first sack, Jack, that we will get to.
Yeah, he's just to the boundary side of the field. They actually have a tight end flexed out there, Ferguson, to create a little more space. So he's got even further to go. And this is just him just being more athletic, right? You talked about a track guy, a great athlete like we know. He gets around the tight end who's in this flex position and just outruns the left tackle there. It's a bad pass set by the left tackle. Wisconsin's offensive line, frankly, is not what we've seen in the past or what we come to believe from these guys. That's just being a better athlete, right? Gets around the corner, puts a move on him, gets under that block, right? You talk about D lineman trying to get skinny. He's able to get under and rip through that. It's bad footwork from the left tackle and bad ball offensively. Ojabo makes him play. It's just a better athlete making a play right there.
Right. All right. And so now we'll get to his strip sack. And they probably think, man, they got two guys that we can't
Well, that helps, right? In third long situations or whatever, you're keying Aidan Hutchinson because you know what he can do and the havoc that he causes, right? What does that do? That frees up other guys to make plays. They're going to be one-on-one, and they got to show up here. It's essentially the same thing here, right? Him and Aidan both put on very similar moves, speed rushing, ears are pinned back, go get the quarterback. They both get to the edge of these tackles with ease. They knew the cadence. I think by the end of the game, Wisconsin, they had kind of figured out their cadence. So they're jumping the snap right before, the tackles are even moving. They're out of their stance going forward. And they just both beat him around the corner. Aidan's there too. Ojabo does a good job. They teach you when you get to the quarterback, put on a hit. But more importantly than that, get the ball. Look for the ball. Keep your hands alive and swat at that ball. He's able to do it. Mertz tries to step up in the pocket, nowhere to go. And Ojabo just gets his big paw out there, gets his hand on the ball, and forces a turnover. It's great technique, great effort, just an overall great play.
And Jack, now that we got the video kind of working, I just want to go back real quick and show this play where Aidan snuffed out the trap pass here. Now that we can actually show it, and the video isn't as finicky, so you can kind of talk him through it again.
Yeah, it's just an instinctive play. He's on the far. He's the field defensive end. He's trying to figure out if they're going to run that. The running back looks like he's going up the middle, so Aidan has to think about, what do I want to do with this guard coming over and trying to hit me? And again, just instinctive enough to figure out, this smells weird. This isn't a run. I'm going to get upfield. I'm going to take on a hit, start my motor again, get my feet going. And then once he's going after a quarterback, his closing speed and his demeanor about getting downhill and trying to get there, the effort that you see, not just Aidan, this entire defense right now, the effort that you see these guys playing with is so refreshing. After a year last year where I think a lot of Michigan faithful were disappointed, not necessarily in anything else more than the lack of desire that you saw sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. There were blank stares. There was a lack of enthusiasm. This team's not struggling from that, right? We all saw the jump around thing, right? We all saw the swagger and the demeanor that these guys have. They're playing for one another. They're fired up. It's fun to see. Is it perfect? No. But at this point in the season, it's what good teams do, right? They get wins like this. They build. They get better. Just the energy and the mojo keeps going the right way. So far, so good.